Greetings, citizens of the world. On July 26 it was reported that President Trump's former campaign chairman Paul Manafort had his house raided by the FBI as a part of Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, where it is said they seized various records and computer hard drives. The raid was conducted on the day after Manafort had voluntarily met with and agreed to turn over documents to staff for the Senate Intelligence Committee in order to facilitate the witch hunt that the Democrat Party is perpetrating. As Judge Jeanine says in her statement on Hannity, the real issue here is that when prosecutors intent on getting something on you, they will. And if they push Mama forward enough, they will break him and he will start spilling whatever beans there are to spill. Just ask good old John Songbird McCain and his George Soros handler. Now if only they would have done the same to crooked Hillary Clinton and her illegal server, it would have been great, and maybe she would now be in prison instead of out there telling people to resist the idea of America first, and inciting women to fight for rights they already have. But sadly we all know the Republicans are too weak-kneed, and Trey Gowdy is great at showboating once the cameras are recording but seems to carry a very petite stick when it comes actually taking action. A top lawyer for President Trump slammed the special counsel's office over the FBI raid of former campaign manager Paul Manafort's Virginia home, accusing investigators of committing a gross abuse of the judicial process for the sake of shock value, and employing tactics normally seen in Russia, not America. Trump attorney John Dowd leveled the complaints in an email sent to a Wall Street Journal reporter who wrote about the Manafort raid. The email was obtained by Fox News. The email reflects Trump's legal team moving to protect the president, amid speculation that the raid could be part of a broader effort to squeeze Manafort for information on Trump. These methods are normally found and employed in Russia, not America. John Dowd, attorney for President Trump. Dowd, in his note, questioned the validity of the search warrant itself, calling it an extraordinary invasion of privacy. Dowd said Manafort already was looking to cooperate with congressional committees and said the special counsel never requested the materials from Manafort. Manafort home raided by feds. These failures by special counsel to exhaust less intrusive methods is a fatal flaw in the warrant process and would call for a motion to suppress the fruits of the search, Dowd wrote, arguing the required necessity of the warrant was misrepresented to the court, which raises a host of issues involving the accuracy of the warrant application and a supporting FBI affidavit. Dowd also said agents seized privileged and confidential materials prepared for Mr. Manafort by his counsel to aid him in his cooperation with the congressional committees, adding, Dowd said the FBI went too far by executing a search warrant at Manafort's home, Associated Press. Thus, it appears the search warrant here was obtained by a gross abuse of the judicial process by the special counsel's office. In addition, given the obvious unlawful deficiencies, this extraordinary invasive tool was employed for its shock value to try to intimidate Mr. Manafort and bring him to his knees. These methods are normally found and employed in Russia, not America. The special counsel's office declined to comment when reached by Fox News. It was revealed Wednesday that FBI agents had raided Manafort's Virginia home in late July, one day after he met voluntarily with members of the Senate Intelligence Committee. The search warrant seems to indicate that investigators may have had reason to believe Manafort could not be trusted to turn over all of the records sought, The Washington Post reported. Manafort resigned as Trump's campaign manager in August 2016 amid questions regarding his business dealings in Ukraine. Special counsel Robert Mueller has taken over a criminal investigation into Manafort's financial dealings, which began even before the 2016 election, as he probes Russian meddling in the campaign and possible coordination with Trump associates. Trump has tried to distance himself from Manafort, though the relationship between the two goes back years. Andrew Napolitano, senior judicial analyst for Fox News, said Wednesday on Outnumbered that the raid indicates the FBI did not trust that Manafort would preserve the materials they wanted. Further, he speculated the pressure on Manafort could ultimately be part of an effort to get to Trump. He said the danger for the president is that the FBI will indict Manafort for something irrelevant to the campaign and the Russians and then squeeze him for what he knows that they can use against the president. The tough note from Dowd regarding the search warrant is a departure from the tone set in recent days. Dowd earlier this week told USA Today that Trump and Mueller have sent messages back and forth and that Trump appreciates Mueller's work. A spokesman for Mueller told Fox News that there have been communications among special counsel attorneys and the president's outside legal team, as well as the president's special counsel, Ty Cobb. The spokesman told Fox News those communications have been very professional and very cooperative from both sides. This whole witch hunt is terrifying, even to Democrats, but they don't even know it. They are setting a precedent which will bite them in their hind ends in the long run. We the people will get strong leaders in the Attorney General's office and they will continue this trend of investing presidential administrations for no reason at all. I am sure a nice investigation and harassment of President Barack Hussein Obama would have turned up many interesting things back in 2009.